Okay, everybody, hello. This is the first of three webinars for cryptocurrencies brought to you by Cryptoweb. My plan is to walk through a list of coins which I picked, which I think could be interesting, or there are some which have a lot of attention, and I'm just going to check them with you together to see what's going on and if they are interesting to do a trade or something. Let me repeat what I just said when I didn't record this. It's pretty sad that Join Me is not really cooperating right now. There seems to be a bug. I had an account for 250 viewers, and now after 50 viewers, my room is full. And it sucks. It would have been very nice that everybody who wanted to join could be here. So they'll watch this in YouTube. If we go and look at the market, because that's what you all are here for, I always tell people to look at the bigger picture. And by bigger picture, I mean bigger time frame. And I always look at several coins to get an idea what's going on. If I look at Bitcoin, we are right here in a very interesting area where I expect an up move to here, where many people were screaming that we're going down. For me, it was the down move was finished here, A, B, C. And it was finished over here, and I'm looking upwards, and it's not sure, but I'm pretty confident about this area to go here. And on the longer view, my target is around 6K. But first, we have to deal. We have to correct this line, and then we will have to. I think we'll make a little correction here, and then maybe we can go upwards, but for me, it's a pretty natural movement. I see here a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movements. I'm calculating this with Fibonacci, and it looks pretty normal to me. But why are so many people talking about going down? For me, and why I am not. For me, is this area is very much manipulated, and I saw this as a pretty normal up move, or a very strong bounce and a continuation of the up move. I expected it to go up here. What it didn't do, and then I started watching the charts and watching what was going on. And then I came to the conclusion that this is all orchestrated and trying to get you into panic sells, where for me, Bitcoin is very bullish. Maybe I'm very wrong, could be, but for now, I think this is the way to go. What for me was a very clear note was over here. We had this up move, correction, continuation of the up move, and we bounce off the trend line. And everybody's looking at this trend line. So here were some sells, and we had negative news from China. And I think that was a setup. Well, maybe the news is correct, but it is used, in my opinion, to create FUD and to create people to sell their coins, because for me this is a very easy to detect bull flag, and then we get in this area where I see the manipulation. If I show you that on lower time frame, I saw this pattern coming. And here was already a pretty steep dump. and then we had very, it was a rise with not much confidence, and I see then this area where volume is going down. You can see down here, and it's a break to the downside. This breakdown was caused by totally 850 bitcoins. They were sold here, and then all people started panicking, and it went down and down. Why were people panicking? Because or many people said, "Oh, we're in a bull trap and we're going down." And this was confirmation for those people for the weekends that we're going down. And they started selling. And I'm pretty sure that in this area, those who jumped here to create these movements down, they are buying here. I'm pretty sure about it. But for me, Bitcoin is very bullish. Maybe here is also a dump orchestrated, because we still are in the area where people are not sure. Bitcoin is looking for a direction. Many people watching this line and expecting it to go down. And the big players, the market makers, are playing with you. That's my opinion. And we can see that we are found back the upside, and we're almost more or less breaking out. This morning I had this bull flag, and no, it was something like this. Then I saw a breakout, but it immediately came back, and then thought, well, maybe we're not going deeper than here. So I think that we have a change in pattern, because that's always what I do. If I see a breakout, but it isn't working, or it isn't continuing, then I'm going to take a look at my pattern, and then I saw this pattern. We're breaking out of this pattern, and we are now bouncing to this bigger trend line, which is this one. Pretty important area where we are now. When do I start to get bearish? Here, not before. I charted this one on TradingView, and you can see that we're pretty much doing what I expected, especially on the 4 hours. You see, I said, well, either here or here we're going up. And we bounced here, going here. And, well, this line is not very correct. It has to be a little bit higher, but we're now against that line. But you see, downside, and now we are trying to go up again. And here on the daily, you can see this move. But first, here, another blue box, which I showed you just before. Here. Why I think that we're going up? Because I always look at other coins also. I already have this feeling just looking at the charts for Bitcoin. Finished ABC from here, A, B, C, and this is first leg up. This is, I think, the first leg up, correction, now continuation. But I also looked at also at other coins, or the bigger coins, which are important for the market. And I saw also that Ethereum already broke out of its downtrend. You see here again, A, B, C, and broke out here. Made a correction. It's very textbook, very logical. Going back to the trend line, testing the trend line, and bouncing back up. Important here is that we need Ethereum to break this high. If it breaks this high, it goes up. I'm expecting it to break, and maybe we can go here a bit back and later up. Also chart this on TradingView. It's only a big one, but see, we are here. We need to crack this top, then it's open for me to go up further up. Same, more or less same idea for Litecoin, where I also saw the A, B, C move, bounce and hesitating and bouncing off this trend line. It went out. It's not a real big breakout. It's trying to, you see now, he is trying to gain, and once we break this area, then it's free to go for me. Pretty easy for me, I think. You see, I'm not using a lot of indicators. I only look at patterns. I see this pattern, down move is corrective, and it's going up again, correction, and now trying to break out again. So mostly I look at the bigger picture. I go to daily, 4 hour, and for some coins, some bigger coins, to feel what is the market sentiment, and from there on, I know what I can expect in a lot of other coins. Of course, all behave different, but the bigger picture is for me very important to know. If I continue in my Marketwatch, I'll take some others which might be interesting. This is Lisk. I was expecting a Lisk already for a long time to break out to the upside, because this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 could be, but I don't think. I think it's breaking out here. There's a lot of news coming from Lisk in the coming weeks, so I'm expecting it to go here. And it's taking way longer than I expected. But you see, I already thought it would be going here. But it's still, this is all correction. In the bigger picture, this is only noise. It's bouncing and bouncing and just waiting for the right time to go. In my opinion, it made a correction here. It already retraced enough to the Fibonacci box, and I'm expecting it made here the 5th leg and should be going pretty soon. If I look at my other indicators, they are flat. RSI is good enough to go. So this could be going in the coming days. Omisco. I'm looking at this channel, and I had predicted this downside, and it bounced back up, and then we had a very long ongoing down move, what was corrective, but it came lower than the start of the up move, so that makes this setup invalid. And then I'm looking and I see that it broke down this uptrend and is now currently trying to get back in. There was a news event today, I think, for OMG. It didn't help to get back in this channel. It's bouncing off here. What is also pretty normal, you see when it's breaking out, it's retesting, and again retesting. This might mean that it's making a way bigger ABC correction like this. if we don't get back in this channel. So I heard there is some news, or there is some event somewhere in Asia or something with Ethereum and OMG. It might help them. It might help. Otherwise, we'll have some more correction. Because this is down, correcting, maybe down. So I would say here, I would say you would, I would wait here. Let me see. There is somebody in the chat. I'm just checking because people have problems with audio. Okay, so it's clear. Okay, that's people who are helping others. Thank you very much. Let's continue. Stratis. Stratis pumped hard in spring. Retraced back. Tried again. But failed, and is currently on a kind of bottom level or support level, and it really needs to do something, because for a long time I had my target somewhere over here, and it still might go there, because this doesn't look too good to me. We have this uptrend failing here. You see, I always say a wall can be very strong, but bounce enough with your hammer on that wall and it will break down, and that's what happened here at Stratis. It was here on the near that wall, here, very low, and then boom, went down. The news event from last week didn't help Stratis. That was here, a new wallet release. It's not enough. I have a chart on TradingView saying that if it would break out, then it would go up. But I was surprised it didn't break out, and it's tanking away. It's tanking down more. Not a good sign for me. What to do here? I would say wait to see if it goes here or here. If you are in this trade, this is my target. I didn't calculate it hard. Very good. I only know that it was somewhere around 80, maybe this. This could be a possible bouncing area. Let me look at the left side. Yeah, this could be an area. If you're not in the trade, in Stratis, just wait. Check if it goes down here. If not, wait for a breakout of this line, and be sure I will update on Twitter and TradingView if I see a possibility. But for the moment, we have to wait. There's not anything to do here, and you also can see these candles are very small. That there is not much going on, and you can see this is all corrective. And if not something is going to happen positive, then we'll see the downside here. Another one what was mentioned many times in the request is ADEX. Also difficult coin to chart, because it made several times a breakout and failed and went back, and you can see here also it's retracing, breaking out, and did a bit go back, but it seems to have found this was only 2-3 days ago, I think. It jumped up, and this might be the start of a bigger leg to the upside. If I go look at the shorter term, I see 1, 2, 3, and I'm expecting a correction now because this is for me a trend reversal pattern. We've had a steep rise, and now it's still going up, but it's losing momentum. You see, total different. This and this is, you see, this and this is total different than this. This is corrective. What means to me that it lost power to the upside, and normally that would mean that it's gonna do a correction. That could be somewhere to here, and then find a new way up. And it can go here, and then go down. But normally it would go, I think. AMP. I charted the AMP last week, just before breaking out, I think. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah. You see it broke out, and now in a correction. This is all correction from this up move. It's even correcting a bit more as expected, but I'm not too worried. I see this is not very convincing, but I think more or less like this. This is a bullish pattern, and that this will break to the upside. So just a matter of time. Where to go then? Yeah. If I see this, back to the blue box, and then on Fibonacci, this would the next target. But look at the bigger picture. This is only a very small beginning. It pumped hard in spring, in summer, made a very deep correction. You see all the way back here, and that might mean that it, if I look very, very roughly, that it could easily go to here, this area. This is a smaller one which I picked up last week because I liked the fundamentals. Aragon Ant looks to me as a very unknown coin. What is almost breaking out, could take 1-2 days, and then I expect this one to break out. Let me see. RSI is rising. MACD is good. In the green. This might go tomorrow or the day after. And where? You see, it's pretty new coin, so it hasn't had yet any big pump. This might pump really hard, maybe. We have seen that a lot. We see that a lot. Typical patterns for new coins, that they have a very hard pump, and I don't see this as the major pump. It might come, and we might go much higher. ARK. This is the bigger picture. And making a 5 legs move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's now here struggling a bit because of the unsure situation in Bitcoin. It bounced here perfectly on my line, and starting the 5th leg, a little bit of delay, but this will go. Looking at this bull flag, then I see 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even a 5th leg, and then go up. Because well, this looks already pretty good to me. You see the difference here? Small candles, and this looks already more powerful to me. If Bitcoin goes today, then ARK will go also, I think. I picked up ARK here and made a very nice up move. I predicted more or less this area and said it will go down, and it went very hard down, bounced, and then still made the move to this line. And now I'm waiting for. I bought here more. I still kept my coins from here. I bought more, and I'm waiting for start of the next leg. Basic attention token. You see, I always look at the higher time frames. It's because it gives you a much better idea what's going on in the coin. And so many people I know, they are just looking at the 50 minutes, and that tells you only for a very short period what's going on. I always tell the people and teach them to start with the daily and check your price, or the pattern is also in the 4 hour, and I'm watching price movements in the 1 hour, not even in the 50 minutes. And only when I start, if I want to buy, I go back to 50 minutes. Unless otherwise, I'm just looking in the 1 hour or in the 240. It's good enough, because we have a volatile market, and looking at 15 minutes or 5 minutes, it's only making you crazy and gives you noise. Looking at BOT, I see it's difficult because it's pretty new. You can see this pennant breaking out, and again going back, correction, and came into my box, retesting the trend line, and now trying to go up. Let me see if it continues. I'm not too convinced yet. This might make another little leg lower and then go, or bounce from here, but that's not really convincing for me. Deckard. I made a little mistake myself with Deckard. If you look here, this is more or less the same what I just showed you for ARK. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I made the mistake I was just describing. I was looking at a low time frame, and I had my targets around here, not noticing this bigger channel. So I dropped my coins here, and then suddenly I changed my time frame, and I saw. Then I saw that I was in the middle of a channel. That was a stupid mistake, and I'm not buying back now. It's also good for you to realize that you're in the middle of a channel, and you see if you buy here, you're at 90 more or less, and my target would be around 110, 120. So the upside potential is not enough for me, because the downside risk is even bigger, or more or less the same. So I'm staying away, waiting for it to go here, maybe. Yeah, I think it will go in the end today or tomorrow, or this week. Let's say this week, and then it will make correction, and then I might buy again. For now, this was a stupid mistake. So I'm staying out. I'm not going to chase candles. I was when it was here, I was very almost sad that I dropped them, and seeing it going up, and I hesitated, but I didn't buy it because too much risk here. Why? Because if I buy here, this is the area where my setup fails, and the setup is this channel. So my stop loss is always when the setup fails, and when I buy here, then my stop loss is here. Because if it breaks down here, then it can go like this. I can show it you in Omisco. My stop loss would have been here. If I buy here, stop loss is below this line, because it can go from here. It can do this. Well, that's a weird line, but it can still go from here or here. And I'm only buying back when it's back in the pattern, and I'm using my stop losses frequently because I'm used to it, and I learned myself to do it. I know that many people of you don't use it because they think, oh, it will go better and it will come back and it will bounce. And imagine when you thought that when you bought Stratis somewhere here or here, and you're here still you're still in the trade. And I know a lot of people are, because they say, oh, in the end it will come back. Yes, but look, if you are here in the trade, if you open a trade here and think, oh, it will come back, we're talking about 16th of June, and we're now at the end of September. That's 3 months that you can't touch your money, and you can't make it good with other trades. And in the end, you might be right when this goes up, and yeah, you can go to Twitter and say, yeah, I was right, it's going up again. Yes, but you lost 3 months of waiting. And if you use, don't be afraid to sell against the loss, because it gives you a new opportunity to make a new trade, which looks better. If I would be in this trade, I would drop my trades, my coins, because it was looking bad, very bad, and there were certainly other coins looking much better at that time. Then I'm not going to wait this time, and I'm not afraid to sell against the loss, because if you do 10 trades and you lose 6 or well, let's say 5 or 6 trades, you lose, but you make winners are 5, 6 trades, and you have tight stop losses, and you let your winners go, then you're making very good money. Don't be afraid to sell against the loss. Or let's say, don't be afraid to use a stop loss, because I'm not meaning that you have to sell, if you buy here, that you have to sell here. But set up your charts that make patterns, and then you can see where you should sell. Where were we? Deckers. That's more or less where I started to say that here is normally my stop loss, and if it comes here and it goes down, then this pattern is not valid anymore. That's why to use here a stop loss. If I buy here, this pattern is still valid, and it's still valid here and here and here, and I have a very long time I'm on a loss, and the pattern is still valid. So that's why I'm not buying. I'm buying when it's coming closer to these lines. Edgeless is going to break out. You see? It's making an up move. Well, we had a nice pump last week, a very hard dump. I don't know why. Maybe there was some bad news. This was my possible bouncing area, and it bounced, but this is also noise from Bitcoin. Not sure what Bitcoin is going to do, and many coins I saw made strange moves. But Edgeless found its way back up again. It's now in a pennant, and normally it should break out to the upsides. Oh. Let me see. Can I see how far? Yeah, could go somewhere here. Game credits. It's I was expecting the breakout here already, but it's made a correction, and it's still looking to break out. And I think this one is going, and this is just a first target. You see, this is going much higher for sure. There is a lot of whales in it. There are buy and sell walls all the time. Once this is getting started, this goes high. I heard some fundamentals that the fundamentals are also very good. So this could go. And when? Well, we had a bull flag over here last day. You see, it's breaking out. Yeah, not really breaking. It's still a little bit hesitant, but it might make here some more small moves alongside this trend line. Then it will go. Monaco had bad news a while ago. It was here. Despite that bad news, it will go. Is my idea, because for me it's in a corrective phase, accumulation zone here, and no matter what, but this will go again for sure. And this will be pumped, and there will be this could take more weeks or months even maybe, but this is going for sure. Again, there is potential, and if the team comes up with better news or new developments, and they will do that, I think. I'm not sure if they are really what is said a lot, if they are really scammers, but this might do a little bit like this and then go. So patience. Neo, deep retrace, but also again the typical movements we have seen many coins. You remember this line, Stratis? Same line, and we have seen this many coins. And then I see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will go. Not sure when, but this is going, and it's now again breaking out, I think. Yeah, it's breaking out. Oh, crap. It's breaking out here. See? This is more or less same pattern which we saw just before in another coin. Was it ADX? Yeah, you see? I'm telling you all that ADX will have a correction, and NEO is showing the same pattern and is going up. What can you learn about that? That is a good one to show you in Verge. That's why I always buy at breakouts. I was expecting a breakout here to the upside. We had one here, you see, same pattern. And that's why I say buy after the breakout, because there was no breakout and it fell down. And that made this pattern invalid. Must have happened. Maybe this was a Bitcoin dump or something. I don't know. But the pattern which I expected that it would go up, a breakout to the upside, didn't appear. Well, the pattern was there, but the price action not. This would have been your buying zone, and not here. Only here, up on the upside of the pattern. Back to NEO. Well, more or less we've seen enough. I think here it's going up. I think it's bottoming out here. This was also more or less the area which I expected to bottom out. Let me see. What does it? Ah, yeah, this one. No. Oh yeah. You see that this trend line is holding now, and this might be the beginning of the fifth leg. Here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be the movement, depending on, of course, on the news. But for me, it's looking pretty good for NEO that it will rise back, and maybe it makes some corrections. But normally it should come here. Nexium was a request from Twitter. Maybe better on the 4, on 240. Yeah, I remember what I saw here. It's a start of. Here's the start of an up move. 1, 2, 3. We'll get 4 here, and then 5. So put it in your notebook and try to grab it here, and grab it when you see upward movement. Don't buy it when it touches this line, because it can make a bigger correction. But when it's over here and you see a upward movement, a bounce, then it's pretty sure that it's going to 5. Pay. This was what I discussed yesterday evening in my training group. I said we have a pennant, and it was here. I said it's going up, and indeed it's going up. This is just first movements. It might continue now to the upside, and this was my targets. No, this was the consolidation area you see here. I saw this, and I said, well, maybe it's going back all the way down to this area, but we had the Visa news last week. Looking at this, I think this is a breakout. It could go now. If there's coming more news in the coming days, then for sure this is going hard. Then this all-time high doesn't look that high then anymore. Patientory just broke out, I think, today. Yeah. You see, I have an alert on it. I missed it. I don't know when it was today. This morning, very early. I missed it, and it even didn't. It retraced a bit. You see, breakout, retrace, retesting of the trend line, and going up again. And this is what I mean with buy after the breakout. Never buy it here, or when it goes very hard, then just wait. It's always coming back. And if it doesn't come back, go to the next coin. There are so many coins. If this goes up hard, it can go to here or here, and then still might fall back. And then this is all your risk, what you're taking. Because there is a big chance that it's still coming back or consolidate before it goes further. And that's what you saw in Pay here. I was just looking at pay last week at 48. I thought, hey, what's this candle? And then it blew off, and I didn't buy it here or here or here because I thought, well, it will come back, and then I will have a better chance. And that better chance is here. This is what I mean with it will consolidate. It is always consolidating. And if you're buying here or here, there's a big chance that you're buying at the top and it's going back down here. If you bought here, look, it almost retraced. Let me see, it retraced more than half of the total rise. If you bought here, then you are waiting for days to be in profit again. So after a breakout, wait for a correction or a consolidation. This is a consolidation. And here, on a very low time frame, we see a correction, retesting the channel, and then going back up again. And if you go to a very low time frame, then you could have seen here a bull flag. But I don't go lower as 15. SafeX. There is some kind of breakout from here. You see very long consolidation period and accumulation period. It's breaking out now, and this is a bullish pattern. I think, yeah, this was my target that I say it will go to this area and then bounce. And you see this is bullish pattern. This is going up for me. Oh. This might break out. Maybe when Bitcoin breaks out, let me see. Yeah, Bitcoin is still hesitating. But as soon as Bitcoin will go, this will go also. And this might go a bit more like here and then go up, but it's going. Storage. For me, it's not interesting at the moment. Going back to bigger time frame, I see just an area where not much is happening. I'm waiting for a breakout to the upside. What is likely for me? I already see that the MACD is in the green. RSI, yeah. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5, and go. Syscoin. This was my calculation for the top from this area, and then there were some hard dumps, and now sliding away. This is my target where it will go to. Let me see. Yeah, I saw this A, B, C. Is it doing now? And then it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the fifth leg up with some corrections in it. So not so much to worry about, but I just think it will go down a bit more. Viacoin is always reacting hard on Bitcoin tanking. Viacoin is also going down then, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going above 100. There's lots of news coming, and the dev is also very hard working on some exciting stuff. I heard atomic swaps. and some other stuff I can't remember, because I'm more of the guy who's making some lines on the chart instead of fundamentals. But sometimes I hear something, and that makes me very bullish on Viacoin. Just a matter of to find a place where you could buy it. I saw maybe we have it's more or less this pattern now forming. Broke out of the downtrend, made a deep retrace. Oh, this is a one big bull flag. It's now going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 240, and that is on the daily it's 1, 2, and now making 3. What can I say here? I think this is a good buy. If Bitcoin goes, this is going also. It needs some help from Dev team, but this will certainly go. Waves just broke out today, I think. Yeah, I made a chart, I think yesterday or the day before. Seems to be ready to break out, and it's now breaking out. And you see this big pattern, and only making this small movement now. There is news coming, a lot of developments in Waves. Lots of expectations also. This was very nice up move in spring, long correction period. There are really high expectations for Waves, and we could be at the start here. So keep your eye on it. What is it doing on the short term? Yeah, this is what I mentioned. Breakout, correction, a bit up, might make another move down, find some bottom, and then go. Elastic, fantastic. I see here a flat. Let's forget this one. It broke out here, and it didn't make it to the bottom here. Let me see. Not sure what to think about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this should go to the blue line to be sure about next move. I'm in this coin, so I should have said now that you should buy here, and then because it's going up. But I'm honest with you. If you want to buy this, do it over here. It could very easily do this and bounce back and go down. Then you have a much better chance buying here and then pick the up move, because this is going. Lots of shilling on Twitter, but the fundamentals are also good. This is going for sure, and I said yesterday on Twitter that I'm not selling before 50k. We're now on 12, so you know what I expect. Should be going hard sometime. But also, this coin is suffering from the strange moves in Bitcoin, and well, more or less a lot of the coins have that problem. Another one which is not interesting for me, but many people ask for it. That's why I put it on the list. The Ripple, and I see nothing in Ripple. Well, we had some movements a few weeks ago, end of last month, but I see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legs movement, and now we are in the deep retrace. Here was a little bit of news, but it was only for a few days. It was good, and now it's sinking away again. Not much to tell about. It's not exciting. I don't see here any breakout. My game is moving. It's breaking out. Let me see. Yeah, you see, it's breaking out. So guys, if you want to take this trade, wait till it comes here and see what it makes for a pattern. If it makes a correction like this, then just wait and till it breaks out there, because then you have a pattern continuation. If it goes here up and down, and this is in a bullish pattern, and it breaks out from this pattern, then it's for sure going up. This if it forms a bull flag here, or a bullish pennant, that's a trend continuation pattern. And then I know on this pattern that it's going up. But if you're not in yet, wait to see what it's making. This is more or less the same, this pattern. You see, we're going up, correcting. But it can correct for many days, maybe. But this is for me a sign that it's a trend continuation pattern and that's going up. So if you're not in, it's breaking out now. Wait for the correction. Whoa, what's this? Ripple. Yeah, that's what I said. I don't see a lot of stuff going on here. This looks like a bottom, but if I look at the bigger picture, I see this and this as possible areas to go back to accumulate, where the whales will accumulate again before next big pump. You see lots of volume over here for this small spike, but it's sinking again. Every day it's lower, the volume. Let it go and just wait. Fudge we already did. I'm not so sure about Fudge right now, because I'm looking at this. Is it? Could it be? More or less the same as with OMG. It broke out to the downside, trying to get in, but if it fails, it might go there. And you see, this were my targets when it was here, but it broke to the downside. And if you are an active trader, then you close your position when it gets here out, and you only look for new position if it comes back or forming a new pattern. But for now, I'm not sure what it's going to do. Zero coin. Yeah, nice, very nice. You see, not really. It didn't pump really hard yet. You see, this is good, nice, and it came back to this area. Am I right? This is more or less the area. Yeah. Accumulation zone, and broke out, correcting, and it will break out again. If I go look at the lower time frame, let me get that out. You see, up move, correction, and it already touched my blue box. 1, 2, 3, and it's now also in a bullish pattern. This is bullish, more or less like this, but this is also bullish for me. This is going pretty soon. and this is just the first leg, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is going much higher. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's gonna be very easy if you know how the patterns look like, and if you know how to determine them. It can be very easy. Zero cash. Somebody's asking for ADX. We already did that. So please go watch the recording. Zero cash came back to the accumulation zone here. You see, this is the same zone, and I think I made a chart for it on TradingView. No, this is typical zero cash. It's breaking out, retracing, and that's it. Already did many times. You see here breaking out, retracing, breaking out, retracing. You can call it a full retracement coin. I was looking for this one, yeah. This is exactly what it didn't. It made more. It needed more time. I think no, there must be a new one. But I said let the whales play and wait for breakout, and this could be it. Let me see. Finally breaking out, where I would say maybe a little bit more deeper, but if you have your alerts on this line, then it would be a good opportunity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's only a very small move. This might be going. Not really hard. No, it made one spike. It's now going a little bit more chill. It's making a smaller correction right now. You see, but this is also bullish. This might make this, and then you have a you might get a bull flag and ready to break out again for the next leg. So that are more or less the coins I had on my list to show you. Wednesday I will do a new market watch with these coins and maybe some additions. If I see interesting coins, or if you can convince me on Twitter that I should take some other coins, I might look at them. If they are not in my list, that means that I don't see anything interesting, because I also have coins myself, which I'm not showing you right now, because what I said on Twitter, I'm not chilling my own bags. If I have a coin which is not having a good pattern right now, then I'm not showing it. Let me see. This is where is it? Oh, here. For instance, I'm in 0x coin. It's not interesting at the moment. It's going down, and we have to wait for a breakout. And I'm not telling you now that there's a good point or a good moment to buy. We have to wait. So I'm not showing them to you. And if I see you mentioning several other coins which are not the next time in my list, then I didn't see a proper setup. So maybe there are some small changes. Another thing what I would like to tell you about is that I'm doing this now 3 times this week, and from next week on, we will do this in a smaller group, in a group together, which we're also building on Slack, and I'm trying to build there a sort of community. I want to make my own group with people who want to have my view of the market on a regular basis. From 1st of October, I'm doing this 4 times a week, 3 times on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and once in the weekend. And in the weekend, I give a perspective for the whole week. Yeah, you can join that group. I have to say it's not a free group, but I've had so many questions from people asking for several services, and I don't want to be a signal service. I have my training group, and I think this is a very nice chance to tell people who are interested to join, because you can join this service and then be 24/7 every day in the Slack together with the other community members. You can discuss with each other instead of going to the troll box on whichever exchange, or trying to find your news on Twitter or Bitcoin Talk. You can have your trader room on Slack together with me. I will be there too, sending charts, and sometimes I'm doing a signal that I say, hey guys, watch out, this coin X is going in a few minutes, it will break out. Let me check where I have it. Where is my Slack? You see, I'm building a Slack. I'm just building it today, where you can join with other people and discuss the daily stuff or announcements. This is where I do stuff about my videos, charts, and signals, where I do short-term calls. And this is all on my website, which I just released. And there you can find all the information. Live training is what I already did or already do, but this is the new form, Marketwatch, and the pricing is 0.1 Bitcoin per month. And I've made a special offer for this first week. I think, or I'm sure, this amount is very easy. If you have, for instance, 3 Bitcoins and you invest 0.1 into the service, I'm pretty sure that you will have it back in 1 week and maybe 2 weeks, but for sure this will be an investment. This is not a cost. This is an investment. In this Marketwatch, there will be also there's a member area. So if you miss out on my Marketwatch, on my live webinar, they will be recorded and they will be in this member area. And other stuff like personal training and video training will come in a later date. I'm incredibly busy with all the stuff going on. Marketwatch now exploiting and live training. And I'm trying also to help you guys out on Twitter or TradingView with free stuff. And I will certainly continue with that because it's making fun. I have fun in it. And if you would be interested, check my homepage on my website, and maybe we'll meet again there and in Slack, where that will also start coming weekend. And I've seen it in my training group. We can build a very nice community together, and not lots of noise from outside. Just the people who are interested in my way of charting, and who want to hear my vision of the market. You don't have a lot of noise from other rooms or Twitter. You can discuss together with other people, and you can ask me anytime, 24/7 a day, for to look at your charts or to make a special chart for you. It's all in that investment. So please take a look at my site, and if you're interested, I would be happy to welcome you. If anybody has questions, I can do another max 5 or 10 minutes for questions. Let them come in chat, please. You're welcome. Option 1. You're gonna do a personal training in the Netherlands offline? No, not at all. No. Why should I do that offline? I have a perfect service online, and we are sharing screens together with people, and there's absolutely nowadays no reason to do it offline anymore. I can do well. For the people who don't know, I have a training group now right now with some of my landsmen from the Netherlands, and that's why a lot of people now ask me for the next group for Dutch people. I think it won't start before December, and maybe first a group in English, because I have so many requests from English-speaking people that I might do that first. No, well, I can do it perfectly online, and the advantage of doing online training is that we can record it and you can watch it back. Every time I do a webinar with my students, we are recording it, and they can watch it back. So that's, I think, the big advantage of online training. Any chance you can chart S&T? Yeah, maybe Wednesday. This video will be on YouTube tonight. It was my pleasure. I see Pepijn wrote, I signed up on your site. Well, only signing up doesn't bring you a lot. If you want to be a member, then contact me by email on the emails what is on that site, and then we can arrange payment, and then you will get access to the Slack also. And to be sure, people, if I'm talking about giving you signals or charts, I will share them first in my Slack before sending them to Twitter or anywhere else. And I've seen very crazy movements. Anytime when I post a chart on Twitter, prices are going hard up. I'm really shocked. Look here. So before I send them on Twitter or TradingView, they will be shared in my Slack. And some more info. I already said that. I think I'm not the kind of guy who wants to pump or doing only signals. I want to teach people, and that's why I do this Marketwatch. It gives me more satisfaction discussing with you my view of the market instead of just telling you when to buy and when to sell. So I hope you liked it all. Learned a lot from this webcast. That's nice to hear, man. Really nice. That's why I do it. We don't want to be fat. No, I want to teach you how to fish. there are lots of people outside who are giving signals, and I've tried them also in the past years. And if you follow a signal service, you only know when to buy and when to sell. And don't do that, because it makes you a bad trader. Because let me say, if I say here on the chart, buy Bitcoin, because it's going to 4,500, but Bitcoin is coming here, and you see it going like this, and you only know that somebody said that you should buy, then you get unsure what's going on. Oh, there's a line. Maybe we go down. Oh my God, I'm going to sell. That's why I do this Marketwatch, because I'm telling you what's going on, and why you should buy here or here, and why you shouldn't buy here, but wait for the correction and buy here. If you don't have the knowledge to make these patterns or recognize patterns yourself, but you want to trade, there's nothing wrong with joining a group, but join a group where you get explanations and what gives you the background. Only know when to buy and to sell makes you very uncertain about your movements, about the movements, and that's what I prefer to. I've seen it all. I've followed other groups, and in the past years, I've been in Forex, and I've seen several groups, and the groups there, what I saw were most successful for the users, were the groups where you have a sort of community and where you discuss with each other the chances instead of just following a signal. Looks like game is correcting. Okay, that's the last one we look at, and then okay, yeah, it's not ready yet. Maybe you see. That's why don't chase candles. Never chase candles. Just wait. Let it go. Let it go here. Oh, what did I do? Let it go here, let it go here, and then here. And if it goes from here right on to the moon, let it go, because there are so many other coins on the world where you can earn money, and plenty other chances. Okay, people, that's it for today. I hope you realize these are still my first webinars I'm doing. I'm also learning how to work and to do it more professional. And I hope to improve in the coming days. It was a pleasure having you here, and I hope that on Wednesday the room is much bigger, more audience. I'll talk to join me directly today, and looking forward to see you next time on Wednesday. Thanks a lot all. Bye bye.